Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Please enter the Gungeon. I've returned from my sojourn to the Far East, Japan. I'm back. What's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get back? Well, we got off the airplane. Stood in the customs line that was way too long. I've never seen a customs line that long. Get in a taxi because we don't have rideshare yet. That's old. Anyway, I came back, napped, woke up. 6:37 p.m. feels like 10 a.m. No cold brew made, so I got this just a little bit of lukewarm instant coffee going on. Look, what I'm getting at is it's a bit of an unroutine episode. And because it's an unroutine episode, we're going to use the gunslinger. People have tweeted me while I was gone. They tweeted me some condescending stuff. Hey, dude, when are you going to realize you unlocked the gunslinger for a reason? Hey, dude, when are you going to realize I'm an alpha male gamer that doesn't require having the wins handed to me on a silver platter in order to have fun playing one of the greatest roguelites ever made? Don't you dare break this water barrel. I thought I heard it break. Okay, that one is pretty much 100% on me. It might be, I wouldn't say like there's necessarily an excuse for being rusty. I mean, that was just a poor play right there. You know what? Let's not open it yet. We should be able to easily destroy the boss. All I'm getting at is, you know, cut me some slack here. It's been a week, well, it's been more than a week since I played Gungeon. I'm a little jet lagged. I always think people overstate the effects of jet lag a little bit, but there is no doubt that it's a weird day. I mean, let me give you a little taste. So, like Vancouver time, I guess I woke up from my last real sleep Thursday at like noon. Yo, there's another water barrel. We can get it back. And now it's Friday at 6 p.m. Since that, I mean, when you're in, like on a flight, you enter an alternate universe, you know? I think I've watched like 32 movies in the last 24 hours. It's insane. Now, I'm just gonna head this off at the pass. That number obviously doesn't make sense. Excuse me, sir? Please? Yo, he's done it. It doesn't roll that well on the grass. Is that the thing? It doesn't like to roll on the grass? Or is it because I walked into it? But I'll tell you, I watched Liam Neeson's dad-core action film, Cold Pursuit. Inclined to give it a 7 out of 10, but I went one step higher. I'm going to give it an 8. You know why? Early on in the movie, there's a scene in a park. I went, wait a minute. Kate, that's the park near Olympic Village. You know what? It was the park near Olympic Village. Is any film that lets Vancouver stand on its own a little... I mean, they did pretend it was Denver, but hey. I'll let it happen. Anyway, what am I talking about? I'm just saying I've been up for a while. This is the rare day that crosses 2 continents. So, y'all should be, honestly... I'm not saying I deserve a Nobel Prize for getting that water barrel over there, but I'll take a Webby. Or a Shorty Award, or whatever the heck they still make. They still make Shorty Awards? This is, I shouldn't be riffing. Gungeon is not a riff game. It's a game where you go with a gunslinger. In case you forgot, he starts with a great starting pistol, but more importantly, his passive is like the way of the gun, or whatever the heck it's called. Makes it so whenever you pick up a gun, you automatically have one or more of the synergies available with that gun. I also missed, Gungeon happenings in the past week. Like, I follow Dan Giesling's Gungeon, not to the extent, I don't watch Gungeon on his channel. And it's not meant as a moment of disrespect. It's just if you're already recording a lot of Gungeon, to watch a lot of Gungeon, you know, I'll catch the occasional Austin or Corey run if, you know, I'm doing something that doesn't require me to use my voice and I'm on the computer, but to actively follow, like, you know, another Gungeon series. Well, I'm worried that it would infect this Gungeon series. You know, it'd be like a Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band versus Pet Sounds sort of situation. Y'all familiar with the so-called Beach Boys and Beatles? Terrible, just absolutely terrible dodging. But in my defense, I am retired. Okay? You want to hear more, you know, trip-related bits? You know where they're going. Isaac, NLSS, etc., etc. I mean, with the Gungeon episodes, I'll probably fit a few in. I got one for you. Dude in front of me on the airplane. Not a joke, and this isn't a crazy story, like, he ate his own arm. But it's just one of those things that, you know, you meet another human being, and they're older than you. They're like, he was probably like 15 years older than me. He's in his 40s, maybe even 50s. You wonder what decisions, and I don't even mean this in like a judgmental way, but like what stimuli in this man's life led him to do what he did on this airplane, and that is wear 2 pairs of glasses. And I'm not. Yo, what is this? That's the chamber gun, isn't it? Yo. And also Betrayer's Shield. Hold on, I forgot we gotta go. Now we'll look up Betrayer's Shield. If the player has lies, it has infinite ammo. Okay. And then the other synergy for the chamber gun, I believe, is just if you have master rounds, you get to... Oh, yeah. Wait, the synergy does not work with Lich's Eye bullets, which is what we have, right? It is. All right, let me caffeinate here real quick. Legitimately, you know, like I've been around. Oh, it does have infinite ammo. Nice. I've never seen it before. And I know you're like, he's wearing bifocals. My man was not wearing bifocals. I know what bifocals are. You're like, oh, he had clip-on sunglasses. First off, who's wearing clip-on sunglasses on the freaking airplane? Secondly, they were not clip-on sunglasses. I'm telling you, my dude wore 2 pairs of glasses concurrently at the same time. And I still, to this day, I do not understand how it happened. I've never met anybody that wore 2 pairs of glasses. It wasn't like he had 2 monocles on. He had 2 frames, 4 lenses. Is the only way I know how to describe it right now. Okay, so we are gonna, let's grab key. We kind of screwed this floor up, but it is, you know, as you always, maybe 100% my fault. Okay, our free chest is double roll. I think this is actually better than I've given it credit for. And just to appease my good friend Austin, I will open this as well. Now I remember the battle standard. See, at some point you gotta branch out on your own when it comes to the roguelite vernacular. You gotta remember what items do. Otherwise, you're just gonna rely on the wiki the whole time. And apparently I'm gonna be playing Gungeon a long time, and I ain't complaining. I remember this makes our familiars better. So right now, it's bad. I wish I had another anecdote about that guy, because he also reclined his seat 100% of the way, which is normally something that annoys the crap out of me. But then, like, you know, every, what's the rat floor? That's right, or the sewer floor. Every, half hour or so, he would, unrecline it and just bring it back to, like, a neutral sitting position. And I was like, you know what? Maybe, like, I don't know, he's giving me, like a leg pain tolerance break or something. But I appreciate that at the very least. He also... No, we don't need to go into this. He was also my dad. That's what I was gonna say. He was not my dad. He was a middle-aged Japanese man traveling with what appeared to be his wife. And also his 2 favorite pairs of glasses. Am I right? But I can't complain. I mean, first thought, hey, thank you for the double roll, and then immediately thank you again. Dude, I don't know. We might actually prefer the Betrayer's Shield. Just because the other enemies are immune to poison. We must have, like, a fire rate bonus, too. This is, like, way too good. People complain about international travel sometimes. I don't know. Being at the airport does kind of suck from time to time. It depends what you do at the airport. If you're in a rush, it sucks. If you got there's like, if you got 45 minutes to spare, then being at the airport is fine. You know, you go grab a coffee, read Reddit or something like that. You know, no big deal. Because this gun has infinite ammo, it won't find the secret room, NL. There, I said it so you didn't have to. But if you're in a rush or you're way too early, it does suck. But being on the plane, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Like, I'm not trying to bite the Louis C.K. joke for a multitude of reasons here in 2019, but you know, you're crossing the Pacific Ocean, you know, and you're watching like movies while you do. I found myself getting a little annoyed. I was like, man, this is like a 9-hour flight. I've seen all of the great movies. You know, I watched Stan and Ollie, the Laurel and Hardy biopic with John C. Reilly and Steve Coogan. It's a good movie. Can You Ever Forgive Me? Melissa McCarthy. She's not just the foul-mouthed character from Bridesmaids and Ghostbusters. She puts in a star-making tour de force in a thoughtful and, dare I say, delightful crime caper. Cold Pursuit was decent. Gloria Bell, starring, I know her name, Julianne Moore, that's it. Pretty decent as well, you know, a thoughtful adult comedy. Kind of in the same vein as like a Cyrus, for example, starring Jonah Hill. You follow him? Anyway, I got to the point, like, you're watching a lot of movies. So I had to compromise at the end, and I had to watch Predator. Sorry, The Predator. Predator is great. The Predator. Not so much. That's the Yo, he's done it. That's the 2019, maybe it was late 2018. Hold on, let me look up what the Glacier does here. Entry into the Predator series. It wasn't horrendous, but I was like, it's pretty bad. It fires exploding Titanic ships. Well, a little tasteless, but sure. And I found myself complaining. I was like, I've watched so many movies. This does not appear to be floating Titanic ships. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. But these do not appear to be an unsinkable iron ship from the United Kingdom crashed in Newfoundland. That's right. Even the Titanic is Canadian now. We're claiming it. The only thing I will say is, like, you know, actually, let's spin this off in a different direction. Because, let's be honest, at the start of Gungeon, you got a lot of, I don't want to say dead air, but fairly inconsequential air where you're just kind of like, you know, I'm playing the game. If you are a picky eater that is also inundated with disposable income you don't know what to do with, take a couple of international flights. It'll sort you out, you know? I went to Japan. I'm not a picky eater. Actually, don't know what our best option is here, but it really shouldn't matter. I'm not a picky eater, but there's some things like I like more than others, right? In particular, like when it comes to noodles, I like ramen. I don't like soba, and I don't like udon. First meal on the plane, it was like, you know, I mean, you had a choice, but there's always, like, one of the choices is, like, you're allergic to the ingredient in the good meal, so just get the weird, like, egg salad sandwich. But the meal was, like, a mapo tofu, like, Chinese food, chicken tofu and rice, basically, in a sauce. It was fine. The second meal, because it's a long flight, brother, was soba, which is, like, a medium thickness Japanese noodle, and I've been on record with my wife. I've been like, hey, I don't like soba. Sometimes, you know, don't you? I thought you'd get HP out of this to begin with, but I guess not. Sometimes she's like, I'm really craving soba for lunch, and I'm like, that's cool. I go to the soba place, and I'm like, I'll take something that's not soba. This time, you know, I hate to say it, dude, but it's like any port in a storm, right? I think we're just going to... We're not going to buy the key. But we will open our green chest. Oh! It's alright. I'm tired. Also, I wasn't going to do that bonus floor anyway. But obviously, it's a bad way to lose armor. And I don't think we have guns to munch. To be honest, we're going to go for the rat fight. Hey, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't like the rat fight, it's falling on deaf ears. I like the rat fight. We have things to learn. No question about it. Still got to get a lot better. Try to learn. Get all the keys instead of just... You know, it's the classic video game formula. At some point, it's not enough just to win. You got to win in the ideal fashion. It's like... It's more advantageous in the eyes of the Gungeon Terrier, you know, to lose than it is to win suboptimally. There we go. Shotgun, you know, let's be honest, is doing fine. But can switch it up. I still think the slinger might actually be more DPS than the shotgun, but could be wrong. Anyway, I don't really like Soba that much. That's the end of the staging setup of the joke. Following that, I should mention, second meal on the airplane, Soba. Came out, and for a second, I'll admit, I was like, Soba, or like, gross, Soba. Sorry, I compromised the whole integrity of the joke. But you're hungry, and more, if there's anything that helps you, you know, expand your horizons on an airplane, is that you're bored. You know, you've been sitting in a chair for close to 9 hours. Guy in front of you is wearing 2 glasses. Dude behind you, every time he gets up to go to the bathroom, he wraps his hands around the headrest on your seat for reasons unbeknownst. Like, I'm not saying you gotta do a full, like, you know, get up from zero just using the power of your own legs, but like, do you really have to wrap your hands around like where my head is resting just to stand up and rock my chair backwards like I'm in a D-box movie theater? I just don't get it. I will give you... No, I can't. I can't, YV. I'm sorry. So he makes you stronger every time you give him some money. Or he gives you a chance to get stronger, at least every time he gives you some money. But it costs double every single time. We will probably get a chance to play it a little bit. Just a little bit, but probably. And I gotta tell you, not only did I eat the soba, I ate the soba and I enjoyed it. I also ate all the weird appetizers they give you that just clutter up your dinner tray and make it harder to sit in the tiny chair to begin with. I ate the ratatouille. I ate the weird mayonnaise-based cauliflower salad. Those ones I wasn't such a big fan of, but the soba, you know, I said, stop being a baby, dude. It's all just buckwheat. And I ate it, and I liked it. If you're a picky eater, you gotta, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. You ever consider taking a transatlantic flight to, well, or Pacific, I suppose, in this specific category. Look, I'm not good at geography because I'm tired. Get over your weird hang-ups on, like, broccoli and stuff like that. Hey, you know, there's your opportunity. Or you could starve. You really... It's not that it forces you to no longer be a picky eater. It's that it forces you to choose between picky eating and starvation. Which sometimes you need a push, okay? I had a push that made me realize it was time to get over being a picky eater and that I was a baby. And that push was, like, when I went to college and we ate, you know, in the dining halls. I was like, first off, I can't just eat cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets every day or I'll, you know, die. But secondarily, if I'm like, nah, I don't really like, you know, this vegetable, people are going to start to think that I'm 8 years old. So, you know, that shame motivator, that can be a big one. Starvation, you know, and you'll look back on that flight JL-35 with service to Chicago O'Hare International Airport from Tokyo Haneda, and you'll be like, I'm glad I did that, because now I own a soba shop. Jared dreams of soba. Look, you can make that restaurant name work. We got a Bob Likes Thai Food in Vancouver. I've never been. But it's been here for like 7 or 8 years minimum. Probably longer. Okay. This, I'm not even worried about the gun force. I just want to win. I want to prove I haven't lost too much of the Gungeon food. Plus, I mean, dodging sorry, I mean, you know, anytime you've been traveling for a while, haven't slept really that well, your voice is gonna get a little. All the garbage your mucous membranes normally clear out of your throat, it gets stuck there. And you know what? I was focusing on the bit, and I got hit by like the most basic attack you could ever imagine, and pretty disappointed in myself right there. We also almost got hit twice, which would have been unforgivable. But honestly, this is just like dodging, you know, travelers inside a Tokyo station. You know, it's like, oh, this guy's like, oh, I want to go there. Just kidding, want to go here now. And this guy's like looking at his phone, not paying attention. A couple of people are, you know, walking on the wrong side of the road. You know, and there's 10,000 people all trying to get past you a little bit. You know, that's a bullet hell game is just like, it's a simulator for not bumping into people in their country while you're there as a tourist. Because I could not think of anything more impolite. It goes against my Canadian instincts. So I remember the quad laser, of course, because no one can defeat it. The bullet is enormous. There is no escape. Jumping is useless. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'm not above doing it. And we'll start cracking these open. Okay, let's fossilized gun. Could be piercing, or double the chance for zombie bullets to refund missing fossilized gun. Yeah. And then quad laser. I want the synergies for the quad laser specifically. Laser beams shoot from each side of the quad laser's bullets. Quad laser shots become rectangular and travel faster. Shooting an enemy will cause it to... Killing an enemy will cause it to shoot out a quad laser from their course. Those are definitely larger rectangular bullets. Come and get a taste. Yo, this is a problem, dude. How on earth do we make it through that? Also, I mean, I'll hit you with the requisite apology. This has not been my best Gungeon performance thus far. But I'll also hit you with a little bit of a Gungeon, come on. How many Gungeon players you watch? Let's take it. They get back from, you know, a time zone that's 16 hours offset from theirs. And they go, you know what I should do today? Record some Gungeon. Not that freaking many. So, okay, hold on. I actually think I will just open green chest. I know we have the shrine. I don't have a key, so I will not open green chest. I will shoot the green chest. Is bad order, but like Tommy Lee Jones said in The Fugitive, an actual classic movie. I'm not being sarcastic if you've never seen it. Harrison Ford goes, "I didn't kill my wife." Tommy Lee Jones, one of the iconic lines in movie history. I don't care. Yo. Oh, it's extra gun. Like when we shoot, sometimes it shoots more bullets. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Alright, so we're gonna go, I mean, we're gonna try to get to the rat floor, but I'm a little embarrassed. Hasn't been a fantastic performance so far. I really feel like, no, we don't want to use the chamber gun. I feel like both Betrayer's Shield and, the Gunslinger's default weapon are both, like, I don't want to say adequate. Like, they're equal to one another. Equivalent, maybe, is the word I'm looking for. And I think I'm actually wrong. Just due to knockback, and maybe also, like, rate of fire giving it an edge. Remember, we're looking for rats. I think that the Betrayer's Shield is probably better. I know, like, it has the shield as well, which is, you know, its namesake, but I actually don't think that part of it is necessarily that good, but I guess against certain enemies, like being able to know that like any shot that crosses at this point on the map is, I heard a trap room on my left there, is going to be blocked, can be valuable, and probably ups your DPS a lot as well. But what I should say is, you know, today is one of the few days that I'm going to bring it back. Today's one of the few days where I am not going to stress out too much about my performance in the game. Let me put it this way. To get a rat victory, I feel would be it would be a pretty incredible, I would be happy. I would be complacent, but in a good way. So I don't really want to play your game, and by that, of course, you know what I mean. I want to play his game. We won't have the money to do that and also buy a key. I was gonna stand still and just see if the hitbox looks the way, or it actually behaves the way it looks like it would behave. You want to hear my impression of Austin Powers at an apiary? Oh, beehive. Yeah, baby. Okay, it's not good, but take it from a man. Take it from a man who's watched 9 movies this week. Is good enough to get a Netflix special. And also, better than The Predator. Now, no. We don't necessarily have to buy the key. We may wish to buy the key. You know, I'm now realizing, does the gunslinger have a past? I've been operating under the assumption that he does not, because I thought I read that on the wiki. But now I'm having that weird crisis where I'm like, I don't know if I actually read that on the wiki or if my brain just filled in the blank somewhere. We'll see. By we'll see, I mean I'm gonna look it up. But I'm not gonna look it up right now because I'm fighting. So definitely, it maybe depends on the boss, but I think the quad laser is our weapon of choice for the boss fight. Dude, I was out of my mind. The Betrayer's Shield is like, I mean, the gunslinger weapon is also great, but the Betrayer's Shield is like incredible here. Okay. Now I'm freaking, dude. Because I primed my brain. I went, hey, brain, get ready for rats, dude. And I felt like my brain was like, don't worry, I got you. And I'm now realizing that it was right, because this is the rat floor right here. So, we, as of right now, cannot afford to use a blank. We do need to buy a key as well to open this, unless we get one maybe from the boss. That means we can't... And this is, I think, the real criticism that people have of going to the rat floor. Is like, I am so inhibited. Yo! It's pretty strong. It does take 100,000 years to reload, but... I mean, that's a long reload, dude. That's actually gotta be worse DPS, but it's better damage. Like, better, ability to hit for sure. Anyway, what I was gonna say is I think that's what bugs people about the rat fight is not that the rat fight sucks. The rat fight is really cool. The thing that stinks is like if you're short on casings, then you miss out on a lot of potentially interesting items in the early game. But on the other hand, you also get like, you know, 6 or 7 items for free just a little bit later. See, look at this. This is just me being at Shinjuku Station right now. I mean, not with the gun. That's obviously, like, not what I meant. I'm telling you, it's like we got tourists getting off Platform 6, the Yamanote line with connections to... Okay, there we go. And you're dodging and people are looking at their cell phone and one dude's got 9 suitcases. I don't really care what ammo we take. Just happy we don't have a Mimic for once. Luxing Cannon, obviously one of those synergies is that... Okay, just thank you. Obviously, whoa! One of those synergies is that it has 3 super bullets instead of merely the 1. Now, I believe even with 18 casings, that's probably not enough to play this dude's game. I would have loved to buy Elder Blank. Honestly. Definitely not gonna happen. So, I'm gonna go peep the dude's game. And, I mean, usually it's in the 20s, but maybe we're super lucky. 35? Are you insane, dude? What did I miss? The start of the economic collapse of, the man's game economy? We're good to go. Don't get me wrong. You know, we have paid a heavy price to go to the rat floor. What are our odds against the rat? That's a great question. Whoa, I almost walked off the edge. That's a great question. I don't have a great answer to, but just making it down here, you know, it took everything we had. We didn't buy anything extraneous. Every part of the buffalo has been used here. Now, in terms of like, I want to mix it up with variety, but it's not really the kind of floor to do it. I think that Betrayer's Shield is still our go-to. Up, up, right, up, right, up. So we'll start here. It's a little up. Don't do it. Don't do it. This'll work. Okay, so that's up and then upright. Also a bit of a touchy room from time to time. I can't believe I didn't get one of them. Okay. I'm just gonna kill it because I don't even think we can come back. Dude, if we ever get Sir Junkin, he's going to be loaded. It does work retroactively. I got a lot of tweets telling me. Okay, so this is right room. Yo, of all the rooms to get hit on, that's embarrassing, but... Luckily, our HP does return. And then up, right, up. Up. Yo, it's a little dicey. So right will be our last room. I know you're like, why are you repeating the same thing? Because it's embarrassing to get it wrong, which I have done on myriad occasions. Want to keep repeating it, make sure I know what's happening here. Okay, very, very simple room for the Betrayer. Fossilized gun would also probably, or Betrayer shield, I should say. Fossilized gun would also body these guys. All right, shall we? I still am, dude, honestly, I don't think the quad laser is our go-to gun. Everything else is like basically full ammo. Like the one, and it's annoying, but the one major annoyance that I have is like none of our cool guns, right, that just like completely missed, have the DPS required to beat the Betrayer's shield. Which, if anything, just makes me realize I insulted the crap out of Betrayer's shield earlier. I apologize. I was uncalled for. I mean, to be fair, the greatest insult I perpetrated against him is that I said it was as good as the best starting weapon by far in the game. But it's definitely better. And that's, well, I mean, with the synergies, but... I thought we were... Hey! Easy there, dude. That's fair. I should have expected a hit there. I've actually, like, for sure reached the point where I'm much happier on the second phase of the rat fight. The first phase of the rat still gets me with some attacks I find super tough to dodge. The second phase of the rat, I feel like I'm kind of in the zone. And this will be a good test of that ridiculous brag, but what do you got for me? A little laser beam. Comical. Like I said, in the zone, dude. Okay, and then let's also use a blank. It's okay, we got 2 HP. Two HP, 1 blank. Okay, 1.5 HP, 1 blank. It's gonna be a little tighter. This is the attack I do not like. I'm gonna try using my smart Gungeon skills. You know, the glacier does come with some explosion powers. So I figure, why not take advantage of that while we can. Destroy some bullets. Keep him slow for a bit. This base. How did we get? Oh, we got a chance that we must have gotten a Guanstone heal. Okay. I'm just being 100% honest with you. I didn't see myself get hit. I don't know why the bullets are not moving in. That was very strange for me. Oh, because maybe we broke one of the weapons? It's weird because, like, I honestly don't think so. Okay, I'm done disrespecting the glacier, alright? I'm also done not hitting with it. Actual 200 IQ Betrayer's Shield play. Oh no. I was getting real anxious in there. And then I thought, you know what would make me less anxious? Dying immediately. Okay, not a good performance, let's just be honest. I thought I was trying to reload in the middle of that. That attack maybe hit me with every single wave here. I'm a little embarrassed, but you know, to get to the rat floor, I did get 6 junk. It's a little unfortunate, but also I did kind of deserve it for calling the game easy mode with the gunslinger. Hey, I'm back, by the way. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!